Theories of reaction rate. There are two well-known theories to predict the rate of bimolecular reaction. First is simple collision theory. The other is activated complex theory or transition state theory or absolute reaction rate theory. These are the names of the same theory. First, simple collision theory of reaction rates for bimolecular reaction. This theory is very simple. It assumes that when molecules possessing a minimum threshold energy collide, it results into reaction or it results into formation of product. So this theory is based upon the concept that reaction occur when the reactant molecules come very close, that is they collide. The collision between them is the first step in the chemical transformation. The collision between the molecule is the first step, but it is not every collision is not effective in bringing about the reaction. This is important. It is assumed that not every collision is that it is assumed that collision of only those molecules which have certain minimum amount of energy called threshold energy are capable of affecting necessary rearrangement of atoms and their electrons in the molecules, leading to the chemical reaction. So according to this theory, it is believed that the reaction occurs when the molecule collide, but not all collisions result into chemical reaction. Only those collisions in which the molecule possess a certain minimum amount of energy known as threshold energy results into product formation, and these collisions are known as effective collisions. And we know that only a small fraction of molecules acquire energy equal to or greater than the threshold frequency, so the number of effective collisions are very small in comparison to the total number of collisions. Only a small fraction of molecules possess the threshold energy, therefore the number of effective collisions are very small as compared to the total collisions. The molecules are termed as activated molecules. The molecule possessing the threshold energy are termed as activated molecules. The difference between the threshold and the average kinetic energy possessed by the reactant molecule is known as the activation energy, and hence only those collisions which rise the molecule to activation energy level are effective in causing the chemical change. The rate of the reaction will evidently be given by the number of effective collisions per unit volume per unit time. So rate of the reaction is equal to the effective collisions per unit volume per unit time between the reactant molecules. So the mathematical treatment we have to make for the mathematical treatment, there are two assumptions. The first is that we assume that the molecules are hard or rigid spheres. They do not change their shape and so on collision. They are non-interacting, that is the ideal behavior. There is no van der Waals force of attraction, etc. They only influence each other at the time of collision. And the third assumption is during collision between two molecules, the chances of the third molecule coming close is very negligible. That is, we only consider binary collisions and no other type of collisions. The collision theory restricts itself to interpretation of homogeneous bimolecular gas phase reactions. This is applied to homogeneous gas phase reactions. So for this we have an example. We can consider the bimolecular gaseous reaction in which hydrogen iodide decomposes to hydrogen and iodide. This happens when two molecules of hydrogen iodide collide with each other. So according to the kinetic theory of gases, the total number of colliding molecules, this is the total number, not effective but total number of colliding molecules per centimeter cube per second, that is Z. It is denoted by Z, and Z is equal to under the root 2 pi V sigma square n square, where n is the number of molecules per centimeter cube of one and the same gas. Here it is one and the same gas. It is the number of molecules. You just need to remember this, number of molecules per centimeter cube. V is the average velocity of the gas or molecule. In this case we have gas. In general, average molecular velocity in centimeter per second, and sigma is the molecular diameter in centimeter. We have taken velocity in centimeter per second, the diameter should be in centimeter. Since the collision involved two molecules, we are talking about bimolecular reactions, it involved two molecules, so the number of bimolecular collisions per second will be half of the total colliding molecules, that is Z by 2. Now average molecular velocity V is related to root mean square velocity by this equation, and root mean square velocity is given by under the root 3 RT by m. This m is also inside the under root, where m is the mass, r is the gas constant, T is absolute temperature. So U is equal to 0.9213 under the root 3 RT by m. Substituting these values, Z is found out to be this. Putting the value of R and the total number of molecules per second is given by Z is equal to this. This is the final equation for value of Z. So derivation of rate constant of a bimolecular reaction from the collision theory. If a bimolecular reacting system concentration of each reactant is 1 mole per liter, Z is the number of molecules colliding per centimeter cube per second, and F is the fraction of the molecules in the activated state. Z is the total number of collisions, total number of molecules colliding, and Z by 2 are the total number of collisions. But all the collisions are not effective. Only those are effective which possess activation energy, which possess threshold energy. So let F be the fraction of the molecules possessing the in the activated state, which possess energy equal to or greater than the threshold frequency. Then the rate constant K for bimolecular reaction in terms of the colliding molecules per centimeter cube per second will be given as K is equal to F into Z. Z is the total number of molecules colliding, F is the fraction. So F into Z. According to Maxwell distribution of molecular velocity, the number of molecules possessing energy equal to or greater than activation energy is given by n dash. This is dash, not 1. N dash is equal to n, that is the total, into e raised to power minus Ea by RT. And F is the fraction. So fraction will be given by n dash over n. And when we will put this over n, we will get F is equal to E raised to power minus Ea by RT. So K is equal to Z E raised to power minus Ea by RT. The fraction is called Boltzmann fraction or factor. So comparing this with Arrhenius equation, the Arrhenius equation was K is equal to A into E raised to power minus Ea by RT. So comparing this, A becomes equal to Z. So Z is the number of molecules colliding per centimeter cube per second, which is twice the number of collisions per centimeter cube per second, and A is referred as frequency factor. So substituting these values, we get this and this. It is important to know that Z is found out to be order 10 raised to power 30 to 33 per liter second, whereas the frequency factor is estimated to have the magnitude of 10 raised to power 9 minus 9 to 10 raised to power 11 liter per mole second at room temperature and pressure of 1 atmosphere. Lastly, you must know the units of force sigma, R and T. So we need not to do this testing of validity of collision theory and on. We need to do the weaknesses. There are few weaknesses. One of the weaknesses is that this theory predicts the value of the rate constant quite accurately for the reactions involving atomic species or simple small molecules. However, there are several reactions for which the predicted and experimental values of the rate constant differ. This theory is mostly correct for simple bimolecular reaction, but as the reaction becomes more complex, this theory fails to explain. The theory also fails to explain why high rate of chain reactions and so on. So there are few failures of this theory. You can read this. This may be asked simply to mention some of the shortcomings of the collision theory. So you need to read this. So what are the causes? There are two main problems in this theory. I will tell you in short, you can read this, but I can tell you that first problem is that it involves complex or is attributed to oversimplification in the assumptions of this theory. This theory has some assumptions which oversimplify the situation. For example, the entire energy is taken as translational kinetic energy. It may be true in case of small molecules which behave as rigid spheres like Hi, H2 and I. But as the molecule become complex, this assumption becomes wrong. Second problem is that it is believed that all the effective collisions result into product. This is very important. It believes that all the effective collisions result into product, but it is not true. The fact that having proper activation energy by the colliding molecule is only prerequisite but not a guarantee of the reaction to occur. It is not guaranteed that if two molecules possessing the activation energy or possessing the threshold energy will collide, then surely we will get the product. So the acquiring of the activation energy alone is not enough, but also a suitable orientation of the colliding molecule is essential. So the problem is that it assumed that any effective collision will result into product, but not all effective collision result into product, because along with the effective collision, proper orientation is also required. So to solve this problem, a new factor P, which is known as probability factor, was introduced and has been introduced account of the discrepancy between the calculated and absorbed value of K. Observed value of K.